Happy morning to one and all. Today we are going to discuss the topic classification of contracts. According to section 2H of the Indian Contract Act defines contract as an agreement enforceable by law is a contract. Section 10 of the Indian Contract Act 1872 says that all agreements are contracts if they are made by the free consent of the parties. Here, free consent means it is nothing but the parties who are doing the agreements, they should be free manner among themselves and should not be forced by anyone. That is the meaning of free consent. Contracts may be classified according to their validity, formation, or performance. In this slide, we can get clear picture. What do you mean by classification of contracts? The classification of contracts can be classified into three types. One is validity, second one formation, third one performance. Validity, welcome to validity, again classified into contracts, valid contract, void contract and void agreement, voidable contract, illegal agreement, unenforceable agreement. While coming to formation, express contract, implied contract, quasi contract. While coming to performance, executed contract, executory contract, unilateral contract, and last one bilateral contract. These are the classification of contracts. Let us discuss one by one. The first one is classification of contracts according to formation. According to formation, classified into first one is express contract. A contract in which the terms are stated in words either in written or spoken by the parties is said to be express. An express promise result in express contract. For example, if A person decide to sell his land to B and written an agreement, that is called as express contract. Written a document is called as express contract. The next one is implied contract. An implied contract is which is made by the one which is inferred words from the conduct of a person or circumstances of a particular case. So here the contract is depends upon the goodness of a person, that is conduct of a person. For example, when A takes a cup of milk in a hotel, there is an implied contract. So here means that the quality of milk which is given by hotel is called as a conduct of a person. That is the point of example implied contract. Let us move the next slide. The next one is quasi contract. A quasi contract is one which is created by law. In the quasi contract, there is no intention on either side to make a contract. In a quasi contract, rights and obligations arise not by an agreement but by operation of law. So it is agreement was conducted by the operation of law. For example, a tradesman leaves goods at B house by mistake. B treats the goods as his own. B is bound to pay A for the goods. This is the law was created by the operation of law. Let us discuss next topic, classification according to performance. The first one is executed contract. An executed contract is one in which both the parties have performed their respective obligation, that is executed contract. A agrees to paint a picture for B for $100. When A paints the picture and B pays the price, that is, when both the parties perform their obligations, the contract is said to be performed. Nothing but A fulfill his duty, B fulfill his duty. That is called as executive contract. The second one is executory contract. An executory contract is one in which both the parties have not yet performed their obligations. Example, A agrees to paint a picture for B for $100. In this example, A has not painted the picture and B has not paid the price. We can see by the example A and B does not fulfill their duties. Let us move the next concept, that is partly executory, partly executed contract. A contract may sometimes partly executed and partly executory. Thus, if in the above example, B has paid the price to A and A has not yet painted the picture, the contract is executed as to B and executory as to A. For example, A person pays the amount of $100. About $100 he only pays the $50. That is also called as a partly executed contract. Let us move the next slide, that is unilateral contract. A unilateral contract is one in which only one party has to fulfill his obligation at the time of formation of the contract. The other party having fulfilling his obligation at the time of the contract before the contract comes into existence. For example, A permits a railway coolie to carry his luggage and place it in a carriage. A contract comes into existence as soon as the luggage placed in the carriage. But by that time, coolie already performed his obligation. Now only A has to fulfill his obligation, that is, pay the reasonable charges to the coolie. For simple terms, can say A person will fulfill the contract and other person has to fulfill the contract. That is the meaning of a unilateral contract. Only one party will fulfill his duty, the other party has to fulfill their duty. Next one is bilateral contract. A bilateral contract is one in which both the parties have yet to perform their obligation. So if both the parties has to fulfill their duties, it is called as bilateral contract. Let us move the next concept, that is classification of according to validity. The first one is valid contract. A contract which satisfies all the conditions prescribed by law is a valid contract. So the valid contract can be explained in the next topic. They have the 10 elements, that if the 10 elements has fulfilled by both the parties, then only it is as a valid contract. If any one of the element has missed by both the parties, it cannot be treated as valid contract. For example, we can say that for valid contract is X offers to marry Y, Y accepts X offer. This is a valid contract. Let us move the concept of void contract. Section 2J of the Indian Contract Act 1872 says that a contract which ceases to be enforced by law becomes void when it ceases to be unenforceable. Let me say the example. X offers to marry Y. Y accepts X offer. Later on, Y dies. This contract was valid at the time of its formation but became void on the death of Y. Why it happens? Because means the void contract become impossible of performance, or in the case of change of law or some other reasons, they become as a void contracts. Let us discuss about void agreement. An agreement not enforceable by law is said to be void. According to section 2G of the Indian Contract Act 1872, an agreement not enforceable by law is said to be void. Void agreement does not create any legal rights or obligations. It is nothing but void ab initio. That is an example of an agreement with a minor or an agreement without consideration. We can't call as void agreements. According to the law of contract, we should not do the agreement with a minor. If you do an agreement with minor, it is not called as valid contract. It comes under the part of void agreement. That is the meaning of void agreements. Let us go to the next concept, that is voidable contract. Section 2I of the Indian Contract Act 1872 defines voidable contract as a voidable contract is one which can be set aside or repudiated or avoided at the option of aggrieved party. This happens when the essential element of free consent in a contract is missing. When the consent of party is not free, it is caused by coercion, that is forcible, undue influence, misrepresentation or fraud. The contract is voidable at his option, that is called voidable agreement. So here means voidable agreement contract means nothing but if a person wants to a contract with another person and another for example A, B, C persons are there, A and B was doing agreement and C has forced to not to do the contract, that is called as coercion. So that the contract become as voidable contract. Let us go to the concept of illegal agreement. According to section 120A criminal conspiracy, an illegal agreement is one of the object of which is unlawful. For example, A borrows $500 from B and enters into a contract with a foreigner to import prohibited goods. B knows the purpose of the loan. The transaction between A and B is collateral to the main agreement. It is illegal since the main agreement is illegal. That is the concept of illegal agreement. Let us move the next concept, unenforceable contract. The contract which is actually valid but cannot be enforced due to technical defect such as absence of writing or where the remedy has been paid by lapse of time. That is called as unenforceable contract. By this we can say that if a person wants to sell his land but there is no written document, here the written document is called as a technical defect. So it comes on the part of unenforceable contract. Thank you.